Hey everyone, thanks for joining me to my little video testimonial slash blog. My name is Bryce Aaron, and I'm here to tell you about my summer abroad in Prague, Czech Republic, for the Shuford program in entrepreneurship. Let's do this. Right now, I'm on the world-famous Charles Bridge, and in front of me is the castle. Incredible experience. We'll learn all about this with the tour that we do. A lot of fun. I've been here for about 7 weeks now. We're wrapping up on our final week. Very bummed about that, but it has been an incredible time. You might hear a little steel drum in the background there. Also playing the didgeridoo a couple seconds ago. I cannot wait to tell you about my adventures here, what I've been through, the program, and what it's all about. And what makes it so special is really important, because there's a lot of things that really add and make this program really, truly one of a kind. So without further ado, let's get to walking. I'll show you some more of my favorite places. And yeah. So, if you're watching this video, you're probably interested in doing the Shuford summer away in Prague for 25, 26, 27. I don't know how long they'll keep me around for. But I'm gonna kind of go over a couple of the big key highlights that I really enjoyed about it. Maybe the internship, Bernard's class, the cultural experiences and the immersion, and kind of some other thoughts that I've had. We're gonna go explore a couple of cool places. It'll be a good time. But if you don't wanna watch the whole video, if you just wanna make it to right here, just know that I had an incredible experience. It was the inaugural year of this program. Bringing it back from Shanghai a couple years ago. So this is the first time in Prague that they're doing it. Not the very first time in the program, but first time in Europe, first time in Prague. And it's been really, really an awesome experience. So if you don't wanna watch the whole video, take these things away. You learn a lot from Bernard's class. I mean, tons. We'll talk about that more in a second. You get the internship at the startup here in the Czech Republic, which is huge. I mean, how many times are you gonna be able to say, yeah, I interned in Europe at a startup? Probably not that many. The other thing is the connections you get to develop with your cohort class, the people you get to meet along the way, the places you get to explore outside of the Czech Republic. A lot of us went to a lot of different places. Definitely a big draw of the program. And yeah. About myself. My name is Bryce Aaron, and I am from Charlotte, North Carolina. At the age of 6, I discovered, just kidding. It's a little something you'll pick up in Bernard's class. Serious note though, my name is Bryce Aaron. I am from Charlotte. I go to UNC, Chapel Hill, and I study medical anthropology and information science there. And of course, the Shuford minor in entrepreneurship. Why did I choose this program? Well, it's a good question. Going back about 2 years now, I really wanted to go do the Shuford in Shanghai. Unfortunately, that didn't get to happen, so I did something else for that summer. But I was really interested in going and studying abroad and learning, because I think it is one of the best things you can do, not only for your education, not only for your career, but especially for yourself. Being able to interact and learn from different cultures, speak different languages, albeit maybe at a beginner level, because Czech is really hard, can just do wonders for you in different and new environments, facing uncomfortable challenges, putting yourself in a place to be uncomfortable. I'm not always the biggest fan of jumping into these new weird experiences, but it can be really good for you, and it's something that needs to happen. And going to a new country is really a good shove into that, and you're not going to find that through many other programs at UNC. So I'm standing here in the quad of the internship that I was at. I was placed with the AI division at the Czech Technical University, which was a really cool opportunity. I'm an information science major, and I'm working with AI systems back in Chapel Hill. And so this was an awesome, really cool chance to collaborate with some really cool people from the Czech Republic who are very knowledgeable about AI. They're developing their own systems, and the project that I was working on was to help detect misinformation in claims. We would basically have a system that would detect if it was supported, refuted, which has been done before, but the really cool part was supplying information to justify those claims. And it was really cool to see how the system works, and especially the global experience involved with it too, to see how different minds think and collaborate on these projects. I had a very small role in it, but it was a role that I could learn a lot from and take away a lot from. And while it wasn't entrepreneurial or a startup venture, what I had to do was think about how can I make this into a startup venture on my own based on the technology that I'm working with. One of the things I'm interested in is how can I help detect misinformation in social media, news posts, and seeing how it works at this academic level is really important, because if I wanted to go and do something entrepreneurial with it, you got to understand kind of the different intricacies to it and how complex it is and how you can actually apply it to a real world problem to solve something. One of the really cool things I think about this campus is this giant jet plane that just sits in the quad right here. I mean, who would have thought that that would have been there? Unfortunately, they did not let me fly it. I have no idea why, but pretty cool. Didn't think I'd see that walking in here. Reflecting, which I can't believe I'm still reflecting at this point because I still have time in the Czech Republic. I don't want to leave. But if I look back and think of a couple of my favorite moments here, it had to have been the Euro Cup playoffs, and we watched those at this bar called Gabby's. Love Gabby's. And it was really fun because it was kind of a gathering spot for travelers from around the globe to come and hang out and watch the sports. Unfortunately, the Czech team didn't do so well, so most of the local spots were not very packed as much as the other spots were. But Gabby's was great. We got to meet people from the Netherlands, from England, from Ireland, down from Spain, and it's really fun to have all those cultures immersed together. And it was really fun experience too. The crowd was getting super amped, especially I remember the England versus Netherlands game. That was a very amped crowd, packed all the way through and through. And we're here in a different place, meeting people from all over the world, getting able to cheer and celebrate, and unfortunately sometimes be saddened by the loss of our favorite sports team. But that was a really fun time, and to meet all the people who were super friendly, even if we were wearing England's colors or something, and we came up and saw someone from the Netherlands. They were very nice and awesome and inquisitive, and it's something really special about that. If you love to explore, if you love to travel, this is a great chance to really fully immerse yourself within the rich culture and history that the Czech Republic has to offer here. So one of the other really awesome parts about this program is the free weekends that you get. Most weekends, I think of the 7 weekends that you get, you'll have about 4 to 5 of those, completely up to you for what you want to do with them. And a lot of us really enjoyed the travel and explore as much of Europe as we could. So I remember we went to Como Lago in northern Italy, and then we went to Krakow, Poland, and I also just finished up a trip this past weekend to Budapest, Hungary, which was incredible. Before the trip, I actually came out here 10 days early with a couple of other guys who were joining us on this program, and we landed here in Prague, then down to Vienna, Austria, then on to Rome, Italy, then to Bari, Italy, then down to Athens, Greece. We did it on the Eurail Pass, so a lot of time spent on trains, but it was also particularly awesome because we got to see so much of Europe that you wouldn't get to otherwise see if you were flying, which just is awesome. You get to see so much of Europe with the free time that you get here. I know some other people within our groups, they went to Amsterdam, even made it all the way up there. A couple of Germany trips. Hopefully I'll be able to make it to Dresden soon. That is still in the books. And it's just the free weekends you get is really just an awesome opportunity to go and see as much of Europe as you can. You can do it fairly inexpensively too. I think the weekend trips averaged around probably $120 per person, and that includes travel, that includes food while you're there, that includes the Airbnb/booking.com we were staying at. So really, truly, you get to see so much of Europe for fairly inexpensive, and you're with an awesome group of people too. The cohort are some of my best friends that I've made, and I'm really excited that I've been able to share these experiences with them. So definitely, if you get to come, go travel, go explore, go see, because there's so much to do here. All right, so let's talk about Econ 393, aka Bernard Bell's class. How it's a little bit different from what it might be back in Chapel Hill. I'm at this really cool spot called the Grotto. It's somewhat near our place where we're staying in Yadasova, or Prague 4. And it's really neat. We'll talk about Bernard's class in a second, but check this out. Isn't that kind of loud? It's always cool to me in here. So yeah, maybe we'll try to find a little spot, and I'll tell you about it. So, Bernard's class is really kind of one of a kind. I'm a senior, so I'm coming up on my last year of classes, which is scary. And what I can tell you is that there's really not any other class like it. At UNC, at any other institution I've been at, it's truly one of a kind. How do I get this camera out of my face? Okay. But Bernard's class here is really unique because you get the chance to share the experience with only about 20 other kids, 20 other students. Back at North Carolina, it would be probably 80 to 100 kids that you'd be sharing this experience with. And having that small cohort makes it really special, and the experience is so much more impactful and memorable. When you get to talk about your really deep feelings and experiences in front of 100 people, it's kind of shallow and you don't want to. But when you get to do that in front of only 20 other people, 15 people, and have Bernard in the room listening intently and understanding, it really, you take away so much more and develop so much more. The big purpose of the class is to develop your interpersonal skills, your soft skills, and some of your hard skills as well. But it's really going to be helpful in the workplace, in interpersonal relationships, navigating the world, which seems a little crazy right now. It really can help you develop those, feel confident in yourself, feel comfortable in the shoes that you're in, to love yourself. As Bernard said, let your presence be the present. And it's really important for some people, and to share that with a small class is really huge. Everyone gets really close really quickly and is really excited to talk about stuff that they maybe wouldn't otherwise talk about in a big class. So this experience, 393, is impressive and incredible as it is back in North Carolina, but here being able to share it in a small group makes it so much more impactful, so much more purposeful, and you get to share that with 15 of your best friends, 15, 17 of your best friends. Really, it's the biggest draw for 393 here is to have that small group environment, share it with some really good people. And the other thing is you get to know Bernard well. You get to learn about him. You get to share, maybe a beer with him or something. It's really fun to be able to do that. And it's hard to get him back home sometimes, but over here you get his full attention, and really it's a wonderful experience. So this brings us to the end of the testimonial for Shuford in Prague 2024. I want to thank you guys for watching the video so far. Really, truly, candidly, this has been an incredible summer, an awesome experience. Really not much else like it can compare to it. Combining internships with your personal interests, being in another country, and being allowed to travel and explore, and being with an awesome group of people truly is something special. Like I mentioned a little bit earlier, I've been around the world before, and I could tell you this experience really tops it all. Not many of those other ones have been able to be as well-rounded and encompassing and fun as this one has. Final words are, do it. It's an incredible experience. You won't regret it. You'll have an awesome time. And Prague won't be the only place to explore. So you'll be able to see so much, do so much, and truly, it'll be an awesome experience. Thanks, and bye. Oh, forgot the Shuford point.